this series determine who is going to go to BlizzCon. And of course, the loser will have an opportunity to battle up from the loser's bracket to get that third place ticket. But neither one of these teams wants to lose. There's a lot on the line here, including the BlizzCon tickets, like we said, and a lot of money.
Yeah, it's a minimum of $10,000 that you might minimum $10,000 difference. If you come in third, that's a $10,000 prize. But if you come in second, that's $20,000. And of course, there's still the opportunity that if you come in first, you get that $50,000 grand prize. So even aside from the trip to BlizzCon, these teams still want to be able to move on into the next match. If you win this one, the other thing too is like if you win this one, you absolutely 100% have qualified for BlizzCon. Whereas if you lose, you still have to fight out in that third place match. So the gates are just about to open here. We will see Luminosity versus Tempo Storm. A little bit of a rematch here, but it's going to be game one of this series.
Yeah, right away, Pikaboo, Jahmilli, and Starship all using their stealths to get in and get an ideal opener here. Pikaboo waiting to move in, gets a full sap onto Vanguard. Cheap shot onto Maldiva. Danny Carey just sitting in stealth as long as possible. Pops that Iron Bark and throws out as many trends as possible to get some healing onto Maldiva before going into the deep sheep. So very well done by him. Knows immediately he's going to be put into crowd control and sort of prevents that damage and gets some healing onto Maldiva.
Yeah, and I really liked how Maldiva was hiding by the other pillar, knowing that his portal was at this one and that his portal was going to be inside that healing mushroom from his healer Danny Carey, so that way as soon as he saw that Danny Carey was in a lot of trouble, he said, okay, I'm just going to pour it out of here and I will immediately get some healing automatically by having gone over there. It actually looks like Luminosity is doing a great job so far of dealing with this initial pressure. There were a lot of offensive cooldowns, not all of them, but a lot of offensive cooldowns were used already by Tempo Storm, and Luminosity actually just did a great job of dealing with that initial damage.
Yeah, that was the first Demon Soul. Maldiva wasn't able to accomplish too much there. Starship still has all his defensive cooldowns available to go, but this R&B is having a very hard time getting something going. Maldiva is down to 60% HP. Danny Carey not in any CC, throws out all three of his strengths, has Maldiva fully hot, and I think he's going to be completely fine for now. Iron Bark is going to be coming up again. Jahmilli actually getting Iron Bark from Starship there under a lot of pressure. Still does have both those ice blocks available and ready to go, but the way Demonology works is Maldiva is going to be building up his Demonic Fury, and as he gets more and more Demonic Fury, he's going to be able to put out a lot more damage. But Maldiva getting down to 30% HP, Danny Carey into the full Deep Freeze. He does have Trinket, the half kidney ready to go, put into that full line. He's going to need to trinket this. Gets put into the triple DR bash, but got that Iron Bark up on Maldiva, and I think because of that, he's going to survive. Starship getting pressured down a lot too, uses that Bark Skin, Trinket, and an S, so Starship has no more cooldowns remaining, and Maldiva has another Demon Soul available.
Yeah, that was actually a great play there by Danny Carey. Of course, Maldiva now in a lot of trouble, though. Gonna try and get over here on the side, but Danny Carey caught in that full cyclone. He does not have a trinket available. Maldiva could be in a lot of trouble right here. Catches a heal from somewhere. It must have been Vanguard's actually healing him up there. Now caught in the smoke bomb, and that's just gonna be it. Well, too much damage coming out from Team Tempo Storm, and so much CC on the Danny Carey. He did such a great job earlier on, holding onto his trinket for as long as possible. But unfortunately, he had to use way too many cooldowns to survive through stuff, and he just was not able to keep his teammate alive any longer. Did not go nearly as well for Luminosity in that match as it did in their initial one, but still, that was looking very, very good for them for quite a while.
Yeah, absolutely, and we are going to go over to some analysis with Bajira and Halinka.
All right, so we saw Luminosity struggling in that matchup against Tempo Storm's RMD, and I'm wondering, since that was a replayed match, I'm wondering if they sort of maybe lost some of the surprise that they had from bringing out the Demonology Warlock.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was almost like, well, we've practiced this now, right? Like they kind of spent a lot of time, they kind of figured out what they wanted to do, and now they talked about it during that kind of outage, and they went out and they just executed it.
Yeah, because like Benricky was saying, you know, Demonology Warlock, what their idea is to build up tons of Demonic Fury and then dump that as tons and tons of damage against the enemy team. But, you know, if the RMD is ready for that and if they're capable of locking them down, you know, it's just a matter of an adaptation for them. And they definitely seemed to have adapted to the Demonology strategy. So the question now is, you know, are they going to have to change it up, Luminosity?
Yeah, I mean, looking at that last clip, you kind of saw that Danny Carey got caught in a poly that turned into a cyclone, and they put a growth. So it could just be that that's one moment where he just didn't get into bear to beat that poly, and it might have been something that if he had, perhaps it would have just changed the course of that match. So those are those like one little second details that if they make it happen correctly, it could turn into a win for them.
Yeah, that's an optimistic approach, and I like that.
I'm an optimistic guy, Jackson.
All right, let's see if that is indeed the case in this next matchup.
Thanks so much, guys, and we are just about to get into this